It's a pickup of 3. They're going to need 3 more now on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Throwing now from the gun. He's on the move. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. The Browns are lined up to punt. And we'll see how his debut offering goes. He punted 4 times last week in the win, and his first of this week is away. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The Bengals and their running back about to get back to work. And you know who the ball is going to when they reach the red zone. He's currently top 5 across the NFL in rushing scores this season. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. It's a gain of 12 there. And it sets up a Cincinnati 1st down. Back to the well again. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4. Another carry for him. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense.
Holding offense.
So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes him back quite a ways. They'll run here following the penalty. Down the sideline inside the 40. And he has this all the way down to the 29-yard line. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. They put a receiver in motion right. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Completed to his running back. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. 2nd and 3 now. Here's a give up the middle. Has a big hole left. And he's going to have this all the way down to the 4. They'll have 1st and goal to go now after they gain 18 on the previous play. Crosses the goal line for the Cincinnati touchdown. The Bengals pull out in front further, 13-zip. That one right down the middle. And the Bengals drive out to an early 14-0 lead. The kicking team out there now for the Bengals, and they're going to send this away. This return starts at the 5. This return makes it up to the 25. The Browns getting their offense out there. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line. 2nd down now, 7 to go.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
From the 28. Couldn't bring it in over the middle, incomplete.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
They'll throw on 3rd and long. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down. The Browns are lining up to punt. And this is the 2nd time he's been brought on to kick it. First punt win 45 yards. This looks considerably further. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. We've got a stoppage now. There was a player shaken up on that return. So we'll take a brief break as they tend to him. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun here. And the 1st down pass sent away by a defender, incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Simple dive up the middle. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Short throw's dropped. This one's incomplete. The Bengals send out the punting unit. And this is the first time he's been called on today. No return on that punt. And the Browns will go on offense. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Now we see the Browns offense headed out. And coming off a 3-and-out, Brock, they really need to build some momentum from the ground as they try to get on that scoreboard here. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at their 49-yard line.
From just shy of midfield on 2nd down. He's got a man left. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They get 22 on that one. And that's good for a Cleveland 1st down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after it.
That's a Cleveland touchdown. Brown now for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Browns chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Short pass brought in. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
They send one of the tight ends in motion right. From the 38. Looking right, and he finds him. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. All right, set now, 1st and 10. Pass play coming here. Complete out to the right. And he's got it up to midfield and into Browns territory. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. They'll throw it again. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Catch is made down the right sideline. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he gets a few on the plunge forward. That'll be the end of one in this AFC North battle. Neither side separating much so far. We'll return to Huntington Bank Field after this. Time for our 2nd quarter. It'll be Bengals football to begin. They'll have 2nd down as they look to continue this good drive. Hits him on the out route. And he'll go down here at the 16.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Field goal unit coming on. Looks like the Bengals will settle for 3. It's from the left hash, 33 yards. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. Cleveland's offense all set to take over. That score made it 17-7, but they can cut it back to a one-score game here. Here's a give inside to right. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Looking for a target. And the coverage just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. Third down coming up. Throwing from the gun. That's caught for the first. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line. First down, ball at the 36. Back to throw. Connecting on the slant. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. Second down now, 7 to go.
At the 39-yard line.
Now he'll throw off the play fake. Throw left side, complete. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. He's dropping back to throw. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete. So out now comes the punter. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. The Cincinnati offense headed out now. They're on a 3-game winning streak, Brock, and working to stretch that out to 4. To throw here on first down. Finds him over the middle. And he'll get it up to the 27. 2nd and 3 now. Plowing up the middle. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. That goes as a 4-yard pickup, and it gets him a first down. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Back to pass on 1st and 10. This one falls incomplete.
They would sure love to connect on some of these intermediate throws, those chunk throws. Getting a completion like that, well, not only does it spark your offense, but it just sets you up for even more aggressive play calling.
And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Pass play now. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up. Punt team on the field. And he's getting the call for the 2nd time this game. Fair catch called for, and he's got it right near the 30-yard line. So no return on that punt. And they'll get ready to go on offense. First and 10 now from the 30. Shotgun snap, they're gonna throw. Escapes the pocket. And he protects himself with a slide there after a decent gain. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
At the 36-yard line.
From the 36, finding Judy. And this one doesn't go far.
I feel so bad, I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today, because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you, well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
Only a yard that time. It forces 4th and 1.
You know, I'm not sure what else could have been done there, Kate. Just the right call defensively to come up with a 3rd and short stop.
They're out now, ready to punt it. And they could really use a good one here. Averaging a little under 50 a kick so far, Brock, as he gets away another one. And he'll bring in this fair catch at the 13. The Bengals returning their offense and this running back to the field. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. They'll run here on first down. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Offense to the line for second down. First throw for the backup now. Completed over the middle. And it'll be brought down along the 25-yard line. Up to the line, and they're set. First and 10. Right up the gut. He spins right by him. And he heads out of bounds. Great pickup on that run. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run in need of some attention. First and 10 from the 41. Throwing off the play fake here. Completes this one to Jahan Dotson. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. Give them 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs. Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. Has it downfield, working the left. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. They'll come up first and 10. He's going to throw this one. Has him on the quick hitter. And he gets this down inside the red zone before going out. Second and 3 now. Motioning one of the tight ends. They're going play action. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up. They're throwing it. Now to his wideout, it's a screen. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. So it's the 2-minute warning here from Cleveland. The Bengals driving. Field goal unit coming on. Looks like the Bengals will settle for 3. He hit his first one. His second one's coming from inside of 40. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that pushes the lead up to 13.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm. And no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Returning it from the 4. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Cleveland offense back out and getting set for the drive. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. Throwing with a blitz on the way. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Down he goes! The Bengals got to him! We get a timeout now from the Bengals. That's going to be their first. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call's going to be on third down. Now a run with right. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Timeout taken by the defense. Their second. On now comes their punter. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. And now he's going to call for the fair catch and take it just beyond the 30. We don't get a return out of that punt. And it'll be Bengals football. Cincinnati just about set for its next offensive possession. Throwing now from the gun. He's on the move. He tucks it and takes off. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Off the play fake, he'll throw. time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
You know, when we watch Combine each and every single year, I hope you get good enough to understand as a football fan, watch the big guys' first 10 yards. Don't watch the ends and the linemen run 40. Watch their first 10, because that's the most critical. And that defensive end showed you right there the kind of explosive burst in the first few yards to get home for the big sack.
He has the first over the middle. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. That brings us to halftime with the visiting Bengals out in front. Now it's down to Florida, where Jonathan Coachman is standing by in Orlando for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, we'll get back to you and Brock in a bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll start up at TIAA Bank Stadium in Jacksonville. And this, a tight one. A 2-point game at halftime. Malachi Corley, a touchdown catch in that first half.
Not a big window for those halftime speeches. They're right back out of the locker room and set to resume play with the third quarter. He fields it from the 8. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Bengals back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. And I think we can agree the plan to keep him out of the end zone, it hasn't quite worked so well for this defense, at least not yet. He scored twice, really been the one his group. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Airing it out to start this drive. Short pass brought in. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
You know, I'm really not sure if that was an intentionally brave play to challenge double coverage or just simply not seeing the two defenders. Either way, what a tremendous throw and catch that earns some momentum.
Able to find Dotson here. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. They have themselves another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Out of the gun. They'll give it to him inside. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
At the 44-yard line, a gain of 15. 1st down, Cincinnati.
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
You spring a big gain like that, Kate, on the interior, 9 times out of 10, that O-line decisively won their matchup with the big fellas up front. They got those pads down. They created leverage, and they opened up that running lane.
And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. From the red zone now. Cut near the goal line. Touchdown, Cincinnati! Well, this machine has been firing on all cylinders this game, partner. And it continues firing as that lead grows yet again.
And those who've tried to get in the way of that machine you're talking about, namely the defense.
And he won't get away. They bring him down. The sack prevents them from adding another 2 more to that lead. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. Back out now comes the Browns offense. They're running out of time to get this game into a more manageable spot, Brock. We've got a 3-score deficit, and we're in quarter number 3. Wright running out of the gun. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
And he cannot shake the tackler along the line of scrimmage. He didn't get anything on that run, so struggles on the ground, leaving them with 3rd and long. Dropping back to throw. Dumps it off to his running back. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Wow, special teams highlight here. What a kick, downing it at the 1. This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this 3rd quarter. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Motion man is the tight end here, going left. Back in his own end zone, looking to throw. Dumped off to his running back. And that's going to be a safety. So they actually completed the throw there, Brock, but you wouldn't know that by how this play ended. Stuck in their own end zone for a safety.
Yeah, this close to the goal line, you think if there's a safety, it's going to be a sack or maybe a holding call in the end zone. I'm not sure you ever expect a completed pass to end up going that far backward, costing you points. But let's give some credit where it's due. That defense, they were flying to create those 2 points.
Yeah, no doubt. Good work, D. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. Look at Cam Taylor-Britt getting up there to track that one down. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Now looking to throw. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. That's one he knows he should have had. So they're left facing 3rd and long. Fakes the handoff, now to throw. And this one is dropped and incomplete. He had the pick in his hands, couldn't hang on. It's going to be 4th down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. Visitors, and this running back headed back out for a new series. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They go play action here. Connects on the crosser. Continuing to move past the 45. Hits the 20. Touchdown, Cincinnati! The Bengals keep their drive alive and reach pay dirt 1 play later. That score was less about the throw, although it was good, partner, but it was more about getting it to somebody who knew exactly what to do with it.
Well, Kate, it's a good thing the touchdown shows up on both their stat sheets, because sometimes, well, it's quarterback who delivers, and sometimes it's the effort after the catch that really makes the magic happen.
That one splits the uprights. And the Bengals make it a 24-point ball game. The kicking team out there now for the Bengals, and they're going to send this away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. He's stopped on the return at the 27. Another drive coming up for this offense. And this certainly isn't the rut they want to be in, Brock. All of their drives have been ending in punts as of late. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They run it from the gun with Wright. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one. 2nd down now, 7 to go.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
They run again with Wright. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Following the run, we see he's still out there dealing with some sort of injury. They'll head out to check on him. 3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. Setting up a throw. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete, 4th down coming up.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
The Browns are lined up to punt. And he's been getting all of it every time out. Averaging over 50 yards a kick, and this is another one well hit. And he'll get under this one and make the fair catch at the 19-yard line. That punt goes unanswered, no return there. And it's going to be their football coming up. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You call that 1st down running play. You don't always expect to get those kind of yards. They'll take that every single time.
First down, and they go right back to him. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Here's 2nd and 11. Couldn't connect across the middle. It's an incomplete pass. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Now they'll throw out of the gun. That's caught for the 1st. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. They go play action on 1st. He's got it over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And it'll be 1st down, Bengals. Here's a toss running left. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This coordinator tried to show some trust and belief in his offense. A run after a negative run? Well, you lose a lot of equity and belief in that coordinator. I don't think he's going to try a 3rd run after back-to-back negative losses.
Dump off caught by his back. And a nice game here, but it stopped short of the 1st. For the 3rd time today, we see them setting up for a field goal. This is a 35-yard look from the right hash.
So many of these players on the field, Kate, they just strive for consistency, but not the kickers. They strive for perfection, and so far, he's just that.
The kicking team out there now for the Bengals, and they're going to send this away. Return coming from the 6. His return gets him to the 32-yard line before he's taken down. Now this offense getting set to work here. And this has become must-score territory now every time out as they trail by a full 4 possessions in this 2nd half. Lone back gets the handoff. And that's only 1 yard up the middle. Gonna be 2nd down. Thankfully, only 1 quarter to play now. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Looking to the air here. They've got a screen to the running back. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Back to throw now. Completed over the middle. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. They'll throw it. Makes the grab in bounds, left side. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
He'll throw it yet again. Getting out to his left. He's going to keep it this time. Gets out of harm's way after stringing together some nice yards on that run. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
At the Bengals' 18-yard line.
Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's able to get this down to the 13. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs. All set up now for 1st and 10.
At the 13-yard line.
From the gun, here's a handoff. And hopefully a bit of a wake-up for their ground game. It's a solid pickup there on the play. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Back to the well again. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. Give him 2 on the run. That's going to set him up with 3rd and 4. Back now, pressure on its way. And he's got it. Touchdown, Cleveland. The Browns putting up points in a game decided. Brown able to tack on the point after. And the Browns still have a lot of work to do, Brock. It's a 20-point difference now. The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. Return starts at the 9. He stopped on the return at the 27. So now here comes the Bengals on offense. And taking a look at these highlights, Brock, just a reminder of the type of game that they have had throwing the football. It really has been the key to their success.
Yeah, they've just not only stayed on schedule here, Kate. Man, they've made some music, right? Great rhythm.
Yeah.
Not just ahead of schedule, but huge plays have followed. We've seen a lot of different looks and wrinkles throughout this performance, and it's been a joy to watch.
On 1st down, they'll run. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag.
Holding offense.
Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. Here's the handoff. And he's stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Here's a give up the middle. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
So they catch the illegal block in the back, Brock, and that's rare that we see the clipping call. It's a dangerous play. It's rightfully going to back up this offense. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards. Let's see what they dial up on a 2nd and very long. Now a give on the counter. And he's able to take this up to the 15 before being taken down. And it'll be a gain of about 4, but it doesn't shrink the mountain that they have to climb now on 3rd and long. They'll try and throw it here. Finds him over the middle. Decent gain here, but short of the 1st.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
45 yards on the punt there. And the Browns will go on offense. This offense getting all set for this series. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. They'll come out throwing. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. So it's second down coming up. He'll look to throw. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete. Looked like a bit of a concentration drop on that one. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Shotgun snap. They're going to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
They've got first down from the 31. They are throwing it again. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. It was there, he just couldn't corral it. And now it's second down. Still sticking with the passing game. Gets it to him on the screen. And they'll get there and stop him at the line.
Kate, I'm going to call that, even though it looks like nothing on the stat sheet, a win-win for both sides. The defense, well, they rally. They get right to that throw in the flat for a no gain. The offense, well, they just remind that defense, you not only got to cover us vertically, but we're going to stretch you horizontally as well. You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Desperation time here on 4th. He's got it at the 5. Touchdown, Cleveland. Brown now for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Browns drop the lead back to 13. Still down a couple of scores after that. They're going to set up for the onside kick. And the Bengals hands team does its job recovering that kick. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They bring the tight end in motion. Play action on 1st down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Back to the line they go. It's second down. Give now to the running back. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. Let's see what they went with on 3rd down. He'll throw it. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down. The Bengals send out the punting unit. Fair catch called for and made just outside the 20. No return on that punt. And they're going to take over possession. Here comes their offense out again. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. Back to throw on 1st and 10. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete. Had that one, but just couldn't see it through. So that brings up second down. Looking for a throw here. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces 3rd down. Here's a throw. Setting up the screen. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. And that one's going to be knocked away, and that's going to force a change in possession. This will be the last play before our 2-minute warning. They send a tight end in motion. They'll run here on 1st down. With some fancy footwork there for the touchdown. The Bengals make it a 3-score game in the 4th. He's throwing for it. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Greg Newsome has it. And the Browns are going to have it after his second interception of the season.
Those defenders, well, they're just as excited as all of us when we get to see a two-point play. It's a chance to directly keep points off the board and can energize the defense and give them that swag when the defense will stop them.
They're out and set, 1st and 10. This offense ready to get going again now. And this a final opportunity to make things a little closer in that final score. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they can't chop to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. That one's cut along the left sideline. And he's going to take this one in for the Cleveland touchdown. The Browns get it back to within 2 possessions. Brown adds the PAT. And the Browns shave some of the lead. It's down now to 12. Down 2 scores, and with 2 timeouts left, this onside recovery is a must-get for them. And the Bengals hands team does its job recovering that kick. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Hand off to the back. And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. Timeout taken by the defense. Their second. Back-to-back carries here. And he's tackled for a short gain. The defense takes its 3rd and final timeout. They give it to him again. Punt team on the field. And he's going to do the honors for the 4th time today. And he doesn't put much height or distance on this one. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Finding Judy. The 30. Gets the 10. And he hits the end zone. Touchdown. I hope nobody left early, Brock, because we have still got a game. Brown able to tack on the point after. And the Browns trim the deficit down to 5. They've got less than 40 seconds to work with. Not impossible, but gotta recover this kick. And that's the Bengals who are on that one. And that's a wrap on this ball game. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. No timeouts remaining here, partner, so they can just run out this clock. It's victory formation the rest of the way for the Bengals, who take a knee. A kneel down here, and they can start to celebrate this win. So the Bengals take this one on the road. And they're able to run this winning streak to 3 as they have